In the Philippines, dental examination chairs were donated to a free clinic. Tzu Chi volunteer Oh Ran, suffering from brain deterioration, visits Master Cheng Yen. Welcome to Diet Headlines. I'm Jo's Ho. Thank you for joining us. In the Philippines, dental care is expensive for most and has been even more difficult to receive treatments due to COVID-19. In order to help the locals, Marikina City's vice mayor and dentists worked together to open a free dental clinic. Recently, an entrepreneur collaborated with Tzu Chi and donated dental examination chairs to the clinic, improving their treatment quality.
Kung kailangan matutulog ka na, tsaka sasakit, hindi ka patutulugin. Siguro, buti ka na minsan, maaga pa eh. Buti ka madaling araw, pagkas masakit talaga, parang inaano ng screwdriver.
During the pandemic, Nestor lost his job and faced teeth pain. Gladly, the town hall hosted a free dental clinic, allowing him to avoid the expensive fees of seeking dental care.
Thank you, maraming salamat. Mga Katoliko, pandemya, wala mga trabaho.
During the pandemic, I don't have work, and I don't have money to go to a dentist. Gladly, there is this free dental clinic. My problem is solved, and I no longer feel pain.
In order to serve citizens, Marikina City's vice mayor and dentists collaborated, opening a free dental clinic near the town hall. A limit to funding caused the organizers unable to pay for medical chairs. Thus, a local shoe factory owner worked with Tzu Chi to donate for a good cause.
First 2 months of giving tooth extraction for free, we have an improvised chair, one chair plus one pillow. So with this donation, the patients will be more comfortable.
Seeing that there is a need from the city government, in the past, they used normal chairs, and it's tough to use those when doctors perform treatment. So today, we donated professional dental engines.
Dental chair.
We're thankful to Tzu Chi for their love and care to dental patients. Through your donations, not only patients are benefited, doctors are benefited because it's easier to perform treatment.
Dental health.
The city government's call for help, along with the assistance from enterprises and local groups, has allowed citizens in Marikina City to receive proper dental care.
In Ormoc, Philippines, Tzu Chi volunteers hosted a free eye clinic to remove cataracts for patients in need. A young volunteer who had received caregivers training in Taiwan was finally able to contribute in her hometown.
There are 20 million people around the world who are blind due to cataracts.
If there is no Tzu Chi, I will have no chance to see clearly again or even go blind.
Although they can't see volunteers' face clearly, they hear clearly what they are looking forward to.
Eye surgery is very expensive. Tzu Chi is here to help unfortunate people like me for free.
After getting the notice, the patient tried every means to come to the Great Love Village for pre-surgery checkups. Volunteers accompany him all the way. Donna, who was trained as a caregiver in Taiwan, finally had the opportunity to give.
I was very moved because I can meet many people and help them with their physical problems.
The doctors providing medical consultation are a couple. The two contributed together again and invited the clinic staff to help.
We are very happy to help others and hope to help more people in the future. We also hope to take more missions of this kind in the future.
The once-a-year free clinic did not suspend it amid the pandemic, as volunteers knew how much the patients are expecting to restore their visions.
In Yunlin, Taiwan, Huang Hongqi does not only manage a baby product store, but also frequently participate in volunteering works such as firefighting and winter distributions. Recently, due to the market crash on vegetable prices, he went on to purchase vegetables in bulk and provided them to people in need.
On the ground, there are 4 blue baskets of broccoli, wax gourd, and pumpkin. All were purchased by store owner Huang Hongqi from farmers.
People passing by the store may take it, but after we give it away, there will be none left.
Besides giving away vegetables, the baby product store owner also gives away baby formula on a yearly basis.
县政府粮食银行境外新检做安尼啦。
On a yearly basis, Huang Hongqing gives away thousands of baby formula, and this has continued for 13 years. His selfless giving is all because of his tough childhood.
In
In the past, I ate dried sweet potato. I even ate it with cows. Inside the food, there were bugs and gravel. Life was tough. So now I learned to cherish my achievement in life and try my best to help those in need.
While the father practices good deeds, the son observes him and accumulates the seeds of kindness.
I want to help others and continue the trend of doing good deeds.
Carrying the heart of kindness and not asking for anything in return, the father has taught his son a valuable life lesson.
2 housewives in Hualien, who are also smallholder farmers, have been selling crops to donate to Tzu Chi for a long time. Upon learning Tzu Chi's support of Taiwan's vaccination program, they promoted their homegrown guavas and organic vegetables through local shops and social media to gather more support for the fight against COVID-19.
This green orchard represents the joy of a bumper harvest.
I pick guava by myself. I like to pick it. I just told my brother, let's plant it. It turns out that guava is so hard to raise as you can't spray pesticides and it attracts many insects.
Housewife Zhang Yongzhe sent her own guava to the store. This time was a special charity sale, which invited more people to join the grand event.
那时候我们大家就发起说要义卖捐疫苗嘛，就觉得说，义卖这个很好啊，那我可以卤豆干还有炒花生来义卖。刚好我又开杂货店，所以基本上来的话就因缘际会，就是他们可以把东西拿来这边。芭乐之外，还有。
In addition to the guava donation, there is also chili sauce and dried tofu. As long as Sister Yongjie's name is on the product, every time it will be sold out.
就会销售一空。
Another retired person, Miss Yang, originally for the pleasure and health of her family, grew her own vegetables. In response to Tzu Chi's vaccine fund, she decided to sell her organic vegetables through an online group.
Should I give or donate? Selling vegetables for food involves a lot of labor, but it allows everyone to eat healthy. And it can also encourage people to donate, and also allow them to gain merit.
Our strength may be very small, but each of us can do it. And together, they can be a big force, so we must support this kind of loving action.
Activities such as this help everyone come together from different corners of the island for a common purpose.
People who want to gain muscle mass and reduce body fat pay special attention to protein intake. Many people may not know that vegetables such as broccoli, sweet potato leaves, and zucchinis are high-protein vegetables. Vegetarians or weight trainers can supplement proteins through vegetable consumption.
Exercise is good for health and body shape. Mr. He does weight training 3 times a week for 1 hour regularly.
I normally eat more protein and less fried things. For vegetables, I mainly take in green veggies and put starch at the end to eat.
If one wants to increase muscle and reduce fat, he has to focus on protein intake.
In terms of the diet, we should take in more broccoli, baby corn, zucchini, and spinach.
Not only meat and eggs can replenish protein, but also vegetables. Let's hear what a nutritionist says.
Every 100 grams of uncooked vegetables may contain about 1 gram of protein.
Take a look at the high-protein vegetables, each with 100 grams as examples. Broccoli contains 3.7 gram protein, sweet potato leaves 3.2 gram, green asparagus 2.7 gram, red amaranth 2.6 gram, broccoli and spinach each containing 2.5 gram, while zucchini and baby corn both contain 2.2 grams of protein.
Protein can help our muscles grow, so for someone who wants to gain muscle mass, we would suggest him to take in roughly 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight.
High-protein vegetables provide one with another option to supplement protein.
Master Cheng Yen's end-of-year trip around Taiwan marched into the 30th day. She's now at Xindian Jingsi Hall for Taipei's end-of-year blessing ceremony. An 83-year-old volunteer and entrepreneur Yang Qingfu brought his wife Oh Jingruan to visit Master. The couple has been Tzu Chi volunteers for more than 30 years. Although Ms. Oh now suffers from brain deterioration, she still remembers Tzu Chi very clearly.
Wanhua, Jilong, and Xizhi district volunteers come together for a year-end blessing ceremony. Volunteer Chen Meiyuan spent 6 years to finally fulfill her Tzu Chi Honorary Board member wish. She leads people into donating into the bamboo coin bank, and while she works in the tourism industry, she'll always spare time to do Tzu Chi work.
I talk about home visits and bone marrow donation event. It's important to love the earth and to be selfless in giving. If we use this attitude and talk to others, they won't review it and will have a good response.
The performances must undergo multiple rehearsals, as volunteers display organized movements and a sincere performing attitude. At the venue, the flower arrangements and bonsai are made possible by a visiting volunteer.
妈咪，这个都是你布置的呀，对不对？每年上人来的时候，都是你承担的啦。
Bring his wife in a wheelchair to the ceremony. Last year, Yang Qingfu's wife suffered serious brain function deterioration as she lost the ability to communicate. However, she still remembers Tzu Chi people and events clearly.
I joined Tzu Chi alongside my wife. She has been doing Tzu Chi with dedication, and once she's here, she feels happy.
Married for 54 years, the couple walked on the Tzu Chi path together for over 30 years. As people gathered to perform for Master Cheng Yen, everyone vowed to walk on the Bodhisattva's path.
每一场次都让我感动，让我感恩，让我安心呐。好啊，感动，就是人呐，那样的和好的和人与人之间。 众人汇合一心。
55年来，上人带领我们的方向始终如一。
Chasing dreams is not only possible for young people. Today we're going to meet two grand riders, elderlies that follow their hearts and are living their lives to the fullest. Zhang Caimei-xia realized a dream from her teenage years at the age of 70, and Lin Jiazhong is participating in 9 clubs and loves spending time with young people.
The Marigold Hotel is full up.
The movie Marigold Hotel focuses on the elderly.
How many new lives can we have? As many as we like.
Die here. When I can die dead.
It proves the adage that age is just a number, and it cannot stop us if we are determined to pursue our dreams. If you think that this is just the plot of a comedic movie, then maybe you should watch a real documentary made in Taiwan.
One of the things elderly people fear most is boredom. At the beginning, I wanted to organize this activity so that they can be active while aging. If the elderly have something to do, life will be more glorious.
Riding a scooter around the island was a dream for this person since youth.
Around the 1960s or so, when I was a senior vocational school student, classmates were thinking about riding around the island. We felt too physically weak to do it at that time, and later we became separated.
Due to her work, she may have to choose something that weighed against her interests or the desire to realize her future dreams. The Grand Rider's appeal allows her to discover what she wants to achieve most in her heart.
The hard work of achieving her dream is also a personal challenge. Zhang Cai Mei Xia, in her 70s, must get a scooter driver's license.
The first time I went over the line, and also the second time. The third time I also failed. I had to practice because I couldn't stand myself if I didn't report to the group. So I did the test many times because I could not fail in the pursuit of my dream.
Because this elderly person has a goal which is not immediately achievable to her, makes her use some effort to achieve it. I think the hard work will lead to the lasting memory for her, and her life will be more brilliant.
In order to make aging a positive experience, the World Health Organization defines the concept of active aging, which should optimize health, participation, and safety. Among these areas is the best in promoting a lively spirit.
Wait for the memory part of the exam. I'm about to start. Traffic lights, scooters, knives, gravel.
菜刀、芭乐、摩托车、红绿灯、救护车、菜刀、芭乐、苹果。我会勾一个。
I will take one, and you can draw the clock for me at 8:20.
像那个玩具。
When doing this memory test, when you're 75 years old, you won't be nervous anymore.
This set of tests is ours, and we have received training from the Department of Motor Vehicles.
According to statistics, there are 360,000 traffic accidents each year, of which 31%, or more than 116,000 people, are classified as involving the elderly.
If you are over 75 years old, you must pass a health check and a cognitive test before you can be issued a 3-year driver's license. Thus, if you are aged 75, 78, 81, and so on, you will need to be tested every 3 years.
The safety of the Grand Riders is very important. We went to Xindian to do a beach cleaning activity, and we did beach cleaning with Tzu Chi University students.
Riding around the island is just one of many things that 76-year-old Lin Jiazhong does, as he also participates in 9 different social groups.
Today, I'm the eldest person here. I like to be with young people very much, as it makes me feel mentally younger.
If your heart is still pumping, we should hurry up and act. For example, if you want to learn Japanese, you can overcome all difficulties, and online courses are helpful and never missed.
This is the online Japanese teaching lesson. This is our teacher. If you have something to do, you're less likely to think about things and won't be bored.
We hope that we can appeal to more elders to leave their house and go out.
Setting a goal for yourself means that one could use a little effort and gradually advance toward the opportunity of a beautiful life.
Studying at Kaohsiung's Gangshan Elementary School, student Chen received Tzu Chi's New Shoot Scholarship. At 2 years old, her mother went to jail. She and her younger brother was taken into care by their grandmother. Tzu Chi volunteers assisted the family through all the difficulties and are still supporting them after the mother has been discharged from prison.
The thankfulness from family Chen and the grandmother to volunteers is endless.
I had a heart surgery, and because I had aortic dissection 2 times, when I got sick, so the sisters came to care for me and took care of these 2 children. They contacted the Social Affairs Bureau. The social workers came after and brought the children into host families. They took care of them well, and I'm very grateful.
When Mother Cheng was framed and sent to jail, the sister was only 2 years old, while her brother just turned 1 month, yet the family was separated between bars.
From imprisonment to coming back here, my mother supported me a lot. Yes, and I look forward to seeing my children 1 time per 2 weeks. I want to see them safe and sound. Yes.
Just entering grade 1, 7-year-old student Chen receives the Tzu Chi and Yushu Scholarship Award this year, as she is a student who studies hard. Growing up in a single-parent family, both children never complained.
When the children enter every grade or take exams, or during the pandemic, the sisters always cared and asked us if we have enough device at home. I'm thankful to them. Yes, the volunteers never stopped bringing care to us.
After returning to her family, Mother Chen is now servicing seniors with dementia as the education of love spreads among 3 generations. The Chen family learned to cherish every moment in their life.
In Taiwan, a 55-year-old male suddenly felt a lack of strength in his right limbs. It was first wrongly diagnosed as a minor stroke. With no signs of recovery after physical rehabilitation, he sought further medical advice from Taiwan Tzu Chi Hospital. The patient is now on his way to a healthy recovery following a successful surgery to remove a spinal cord tumor.
In Taichung, a truck driver often goes out to work, supporting his family by himself. One day, he experienced a lack of strength on his right limb and was diagnosed with a minor stroke by a doctor. Though after a month, his condition didn't improve. Thus, he went to Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital to seek help.
Inside the cervical spine, if the tumor is slanted to one side, when it grows bigger, the tumor will pressure onto the nerves on that side, causing the limb to lack strength. If doctors do not take a closer look at this, they might treat this as a case of minor stroke.
After a careful checkup, the doctor at Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital confirmed a tumor on the patient. The tumor has a size of 3 centimeters, lays across the spinal cord, and is close to the nerve.
The yellow part is the spinal nerve, and the pen here is like the tumor pressuring on top of it.
The tumor at the spinal cord is a rare case amongst all spinal disease cases, as it is often ignored. Though the patient has a benign tumor, the surgery involves nearby spinal nerves, increasing the surgical risk.
Through using a navigation and microscope system along with intraoperative nerve monitor, we successfully removed the tumor. There were no further sequelae or complications.
As the medical team discovered the tumor and removed it successfully, the patient felt strength in his right limb once more. He is now recovering and getting back on track in life.
My Malaysia Award celebrated the humanitarian contributions by many sectors of the society during the pandemic. Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter is one of the award winners. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.